Hey guys, welcome back to Seduce Me 2 for more sadness as we try another bad ending on James's route. So I did everything the same as in bad ending 1, or the first bad ending I guess I should say that we did, until this choice where we could kiss him, but instead we are just going to cuddle. Cuddle. I craved his warmth more than anything. I gently shifted closer to him and wrapped my arms around him, and he chuckled and pulled me that much closer to him in reply. I felt myself slowly becoming drowsy at the feel of his embrace.
Come, let's get some sleep. We have a lot to do tomorrow.
Okay. So then this one, we don't say anything to Diana. What was I going to say? I wasn't sure at all what was happening. Why would angels target me?
Love?
There has to be a reason.
Okay. So he's a little concerned. And we're gonna do even less with him than the first one. Oh, he's just gonna let us drop into a pit of devils, isn't he?
I don't know.
Oops. Okay, so what was that
I
about?
don't know.
And we just say, okay. We just accept it, and now that's the same until, my notes are kind of confused, and I should have written this out a little bit better. Okay. Until to stay quiet. Alright, I'll bring you in at the next choice then, guys. Okay, James has cast his magic upon our brains, and this time we are not going to kiss him. We're just going to hug him. We're not going to go to sleep, so we're not, fully committed to not really doing anything with him. We're still, cuddling and hugging and stuff, but that's about as far as it goes. I wrapped my arms around James, and he returned the embrace.
Everything will be okay, alright? I promise.
I nodded against his chest, feeling his confidence. He was right. We would be okay, she says on the bad ending route. Okay, so let's continue. This time we're gonna stay hidden at this part. As much as I wanted to help, rushing in blindly was not a good idea. I needed to evaluate the entire situation first. I assume this was supposed to be the angel.
It is useless to fight back.
That may be, but I will be damned before I let you erase her memories.
I stared wide-eyed at James as he spoke to the voice. Was this part of his protection spell? This couldn't have been. No way. And then there was a light. Okay, so we're gonna skip again. I slept well. They totally didn't try to take my memories and baptize me. I didn't see you being tortured. Not at all. It wasn't worth telling him. He was okay, so the dream obviously wasn't something dangerous to us. It was just that. A dream. James smiled a little wider before hugging me gently.
Good. I'm glad it worked.
Yeah. I felt a bit bad for not telling him everything, but it was for the best. There was no use complaining about something that obviously did help me sleep in peace. Okay, then there's a knock. Okay, we got one more choice to pick here. We'll leave her alone. There was no need to ask about what was going on. If she worked through the night, then she worked. It was not my place to ask why. Okay, so that's that, and then... what was that? Where is that? Okay, that's pretty close. I'll keep you guys here for that. We'll focus. Say what was that? Then the next thing. Okay. Oh. Right. One of the fun times we could have had. We're not going to kiss him. We're just going to shake off our thoughts. Shake it off, shake it off. Now was not the time to think about trying to put the moves on him. There were other things I needed to think about. However, in the thought of giving him energy, I wasn't sure of how to do that. I shook my head. I would think on it later. Sorry, I had a lot on my mind. James nodded and sat down beside me.
Is there any way I can help ease your mind?
Aw, he tried so hard. I shook my head. I had to sit down and figure everything out on my own first before I allowed him to help. James kissed my head and rubbed my shoulder comfortingly.
All right. I love you.
He sounds so weird, like, just know that I love you, though, okay? I love you, too. Truly. Let's skip. Yes, it's working perfectly. I had to have dealt with it. They didn't visit that night, and I was going to help James become powerful enough to break him from his destiny. Absolutely. It was what I would call an interesting ride, but I was certain it would work. Diana nodded slightly before crossing her arms.
Very well.
Okay, so that's that. And then leave it for another day. Where's that? Okay. That's pretty close too, so I'll keep you guys here. We're just gonna go through a couple of our old choices again. This is just the training section bits. So we'll help her. And then she can talk to us another day, which will never happen in this route. And then... okay. I'm not going to investigate this time. I'll leave the room. I didn't want to deal with whatever this feeling had in store for me. I quickly turned on my heel and rushed for the door, only to have it slammed closed as I approached. Well, darn. Huh? I grabbed at the handle, pulling at it roughly. The door would not budge, intensifying my panic. I began to beat on the door, trying to bust it down, but the wood somehow became stronger than steel. Despite this, the energy in the room suddenly froze. Okay, so that's that, and then... let's skip.
Do you know why I am showing this to you, human?
This time I'm more polite. I just say, no. I had to be calm. This was an illusion, a dream. The angel speaking to me made that perfectly clear.
This was the time when Rachel was destined to return to the Abyssal Plains. Isaiah would have convinced him to go home, and they would have consummated their engagement before returning to take their birthrights.
Very interesting, I'm sure, but I'm gonna skip some of your stuff now. And I'm not gonna say what's done is done, I'm gonna stay silent. There was nothing I could say. Any desire to fight back was dissolved by Diana's sobs and cries.
However, your choice to defy destiny has done more damage than this.
Okay, and we still think I love him. And then, where do we go from here? Okay, so then we're gonna... oh, I see. No, I should have been... no, that's right. Oh, that was actually the last choice. Okay! Sorry, my notes were, like, not clear there. That was our last choice. Screaming out into the void. I love him, though! Alright? I know we didn't kiss much or anything, but we cuddled and stuff. Alright, so... where am I? So James was in here. He had come to save us, right? Okay. I quickly jumped back up and squared off, ready to take on my husband's captors. However, I found myself quickly wrapped in gold chains once again. Gah! I felt the chains around me squeeze my body like a snake suffocating its prey. I struggled and panted, trying to take in air.
No!
I I could hear James struggling against the bindings keeping him up on the wall. I heard every desperate sound his body made as he pulled on his limbs to be let free. However, I could tell he had no strength to break free. The chains tightened themselves around me, one line snaking around my throat and finally choking me.
If we cannot cleanse you, then we will erase you.
Stop! No! Please!
The chains tightened even further. My body began to spasm and quake in the cocoon, tears spilling down my cheeks from lack of air. I desperately needed to breathe. The room began to spin as my body began to lose feeling. Finally, I had no choice but to let it go and receive my divine punishment. And now I'm dead, and there's a feather. Dead by being choked a la Jabba the Hutt. Except I was Jabba. Bleh. Okay, at least that wasn't as heartbreaking. I mean, it was, like, I don't know. I didn't cry as much with that one. The other one was just sad. It was, what's the word? Not even bittersweet, but kind of in that vein. It was tragic. It was like a tragic end. This was just like, you hecked up and didn't share anything about what was going on in your life, and now this is the price you paid. Whee! Okay, so that worked out for a bad ending as well. So, we got one more to do. So, if you want to see that, I hope I shall see you there, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I will see you later.